Before we get started sewing, we need to select a stitch. These are the stitches that come on your machine. We can use the stitch selection dial to select which stitch we want to stitch out. You have 3 straight stitches, a short straight stitch, a medium straight stitch, and a long. You also have 4 zigzag stitches. The next stitch is your stretch blind hem. Next is your blind hem for your woven fabrics. The next stitch is your shell tuck stitch. This is our multi-stitch zigzag. This is a really nice decorative scallop stitch. And these are all the stitches needed for your buttonhole. So let's try a straight stitch. I'm going to select the medium straight stitch. So now let's test on a piece of scrap fabric to make sure that we've threaded our machine properly. We're going to place our fabric under our presser foot, and then we're going to lower our presser foot using our presser foot lifter in the back. Now we can use our foot pedal and press down. And we're just going to guide the fabric. We're not going to push or pull it. When you get to the end, we're going to raise our needle using our hand wheel, turning toward ourselves. We can lift our presser foot lifter, and then we can cut the thread using the cutter on the side of your machine. So now we can look at our stitch. So the front looks good, our back looks good, so it looks like we've threaded our machine properly. I have a sample here of when it doesn't look so good. So if your top looks good, but maybe your bottom looks a little bit messy and there's a bunch of loops, even though it's the bottom, it doesn't mean that it's your bobbin that's threaded improperly. Most likely, it means that you need to rethread your upper thread. Now I'm going to take some of my project fabric, and then I'm going to leave the medium straight stitch selected. On your stitch plate, you'll notice multiple lines, and these indicate different seam allowances. I'm going to choose one of the seam allowance lines and line my fabric up underneath my presser foot. Then I'm going to lower my presser foot using my presser foot lifter. And now I'm going to go 3 or 4 stitches, and then I'm going to press down on our reverse lever and go back over the 3 or 4 stitches, and then we will continue sewing forward. When we get to the end, I'm going to press down on my reverse lever and go back 3 or 4 stitches, and then sew to the end of my fabric. I need to raise my needle out of the fabric using our hand wheel, and then raise our presser foot using our presser foot lifter, and then we'll cut the thread, and now we can look at our seam that we've just created. We use the reverse lever on the ends to ensure that our project doesn't unravel. Now let's try a few of the other stitches on your machine. I'm going to use the stitch selection dial, and I'm going to turn it to one of our zigzags. This zigzag stitch is great for finishing your seam or for using it in decorative ways. Let's see what it looks like. Now let's sew out our zigzag stitch. We're going to place our fabric under our presser foot. We'll lower our presser foot using our presser foot lifter, and then press down on your foot control. When we get to the end, we want to make sure that we have our needle all the way up in its highest position. Then we'll raise our presser foot and cut our thread. Now let's try our multi-stitch zigzag. Placing our fabric under our presser foot, we're going to lower our presser foot, and use our foot control to go. We'll raise our needle to the top position, and then we'll lift our presser foot and cut our fabric, or cut our thread. Now let's stitch out our decorative scallop. Raise our needle, and raise our presser foot, and cut our thread. And see how easy it was to select different stitches with just the click of the dial. Now let's make a buttonhole.